peaceful place because they've got time to put roses in the water.
Dinner will be in 3 hours.
Okay.
She gives kind of a
Show me where you chop wood.
okay. She points to a region in the back where they have some trees that are felled. They're drying out. It looks like they're ready to be chopped for fire.
Okay, so Black Dog's going to spend that 3 hours chopping wood with his temple sword. He's going to take, like, he ran out of wood on the road, so he's going to take, like, a small load of it for himself, but he's going to leave more of it chopped than, than he's going to take.
Okay, there are, give me a second. Let's see if I've got,
because I imagine the huge greatsword can carve
through
the 46.
The steel slab. The steel slab, yes, it can hack through. Give me 1 second. Adam might have had a brain fart. There are some children. I forgot children tokens. That's fine. There are some children. There's a couple of young boys that are watching you chop wood from a bit of a distance. Here we are. I'm going to do this. Haha. They say Akunian, but that's okay. There's a couple of children. They don't have the fuzzy hats. That are. I'm just going to go. They say villager and villager. Perfect.
Okay. Black Dog, after sensing that they're watching him, he'll like start stacking up the wood to see how much he can cleave through. like in one swing kind of thing.
Okay.
He's going to show off a bit.
Give me your Kamehameha max damage roll. You can feel free to use any buffs or drinks or whatever you want just to represent your potency.
The Ayujitsu, I believe this is partially what it's for.
Yep. Damaging objects.
Yeah, you can also apply it to that. So, without raging, without mutagen, I don't think we're going to waste it on wood. The Ayujitsu focus. Roll. 20. Nice. Okay, so the base damage would be... Let's remove rage and mutagen. No rage, no mutagen. So it'd be 46 plus 9 plus 46 for the Ayujitsu focus. Be 44 damage.
What level are you again?
3rd.
Awesome.
Wood flying everywhere.
Okay, give me a charisma check.
That's without rage, and that's without mutagen.
Yeah, you can easily add. It can easily be 50, or with the stars align, it's 50.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a charisma check.
Charisma. Black Dog actually has charisma, so he's strangely likable in his violence. 18.
Okay. Your ferocity of smashing wood is impressive and has the children excited. You're not just like a scary demon man who's making them run away and cry.
You can help me pick it up. The wood's probably everywhere.
One of the older boys comes and helps start.
While he's picking it up, this is when Black Dog's actually going to collect up like a few days worth of wood and kindling to start fires, and a 50-pound bag of wood for his strength is like it's doable.
I don't know how much wood is in a cord, but we'll say a cord of wood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. You're able to demonstrate your strength. You replenish your supplies. You get a chance to have a proper bath. There is a very opulent, you'd put it, meal that is served. It's around a very nice table. The bowls and the bowls, the chopsticks, the cookware. It's all very simple, but it's all nice. It's good. There's warm rice. There's cooked fish. There is several types of pickled vegetables. This is probably one of the best meals that you've eaten in, like, the monastery would only eat like this at a festival. You would need to go to a restaurant in town, which is what the other silly people would do, to sort of eat sort of in this style. You see Tojimu and Sofu's sort of family. There's probably 20 people who like live on this farm in total. There's kids. There's a couple of other, at least a couple other pairs of adults.
Black Dog doesn't say much during the meal. He eats his fill because I think it would be rude to not eat, especially if it's put in front of him. Like, he eats.
Okay, you have a bottomless rice bowl, basically. It is generally pleasant. Give me a sense motive for your thought of the thoughts of the people around you around the table, just sort of if you get a sense of what they think.
5.
5. The food is really good, and everything is kind of formal, and it's not too dissimilar from like the monastery, but there's just lots of like small things that add niceness to the meal. Some pickled ginger here, a little bit of like a radish that is done in a particularly interesting way there. There's sugar in things that normally there wouldn't be sugar in, right? There's
after the meal, he makes awkward conversation with the old man, I guess.
Okay. They basically wait for you to finish eating before like engaging in conversation.
Yeah,
you didn't really notice that they weren't talking amongst themselves while you're just too busy eating.
Afterwards, he pushes the bowl and he nods.
Okay. One of the ladies around the table takes the bowl away from you. A small cup is placed in front of you. It has an alcohol in it. It's a very modest. It will take many of these cups if you plan to become intoxicated.
No, Black Dog doesn't. He's.
It is nice to see those from the refuge make their way along the journey, along the Forbidden Pass. It is very impressive.
The shattered refuge is no more.
I do not understand.
It was attacked.
He has a dour look on his face.
The monks are dead.
Okay.
He actually draws the sword and sort of lays it on the table.
One of the middle-aged women starts shooing a bunch of children out of the room.
This is all that is left. Anointed in the blood of the monks who trained me, who raised me. The metal of the monastery is here. I hear their screams for vengeance. Which way to the nearest town? I will leave in the morrow.
Winter is coming.
No cold will temper my thirst.
A disciple of Master Chen is welcome at my table.
That's one of my master's names.
Yeah,
I didn't write them all down. Sorry.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's fine. Adam used his cheat sheet, aka flick over to the notes that
I may want a list of those, but relatives and contacts, the Shattered Refuge. I didn't write all their names down.
Mark made many contacts for you because it's like
You will point the way to the nearest town, and I'll burden you no further.
He odds.
The tengu monsters. They left some things. I have no use for them. And he drops the bag of the tengu tools and trinkets, and as well as the short bow. The bow is good. One of the short bows, and I'm like, I think I make their own arrows. One of the short bows, and he says, for the young lad who was brave enough to approach.
He is a foolish boy. He'll make a warrior one day.
We'll leave the kid the kukri as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Black Dog has no use for the tengu tools, the trinkets, the notes. He doesn't.
You learned that the boy's name is Iroha. Just Iroha. You've gifted things to Iroha. Okay. Is there any provisions that you need? We are primarily fishers here.
If you are kind enough to spare enough food for me to reach the nearest village or the nearest castle, I must find those that attacked the temple.
The closest village is Yama no Kage. It is 3 days.
Okay. I don't know how Black Dog's doing on provisions, but a 3-day walk, a big fish will probably be good enough.
Yeah, you're basically provided with like wrapped in leaves. There's a smoked fish. You're also provided with these cakes made out of a salted dried vegetable, as well as some pickled preserves and a jug of wine. Like you've got like what you would call almost like noble food, as well as a few like rice cakes. They're like rice balls.
Yeah, he doesn't have any treasure, so like nothing he's willing to give up.
Well, you gave them a sack of stuff from the tengu.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're being well provisioned. The gourd that some of the wine came in is of quite decent quality. It also seems a little large for, like, the men here aren't that big. It's like the handle and stuff would be a little large for them. It fits your hand rather well.
He gives a quizzical look, like when his hand fits this.
It suits you.
He chalks it up to, if there's an Isle of Giants near the Iron Kingdoms, then there must be half giants like everywhere. Like, you can't be the only half giants out there. So he just not be. He's not that curious of a person in that respect. So
you give me a sense motive. You know, you're not terribly great at it.
Yeah, you're finding all the weekend. 17.
17. Oh, the old man thinks something is really funny, and it's simultaneously funny and a little bit embarrassing. You're certain that there's a drunkard's tale about this gourd somewhere in the old man. He's not just offering up on the face of it.
He nods. He has the name, and I guess the direction will come tomorrow morning when he leaves. Like, you pointed off in a direction.
Yep. Yeah, no, you're given a path of basically to get to the trail. You go there, and then that's the trail you take. And kindly don't blab about don't talk about where we are. It's kind of a
yeah. He's not gonna. This place looks peaceful and out of the way. He had to accidentally stumble across it to get there. I imagine he doesn't want the war touching this place.
No.
It'll all be ruined.
You are given your own space to sleep. It is warm. It has like a full like a tatami style mat. It's got a pillow. It's got blankets.
Yeah.
It's
Black
nice.
Dog's too restless at the beginning of his journey right now to realize that this would have been a good place to hunker down and maybe live.
not freezing your nerds off for a season.
Well, yeah. He may think about this place later on during times of hardship, but his is not the path of peace; it's the path of vengeance.
Okay. The next day, actually, it's 3 days later. Black Dog is traveling along a trail. He is eating. They gave you food for 3 days. They saw how much you ate on day 1. Are you timing your food such that you ate for 3 days, or are you stretching it out a little bit?
He's stretching it out. Basically, on the road,
Okay.
he's going to eat so that he doesn't feel unending pangs of hunger, but he's not.
You have food for 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay. And you are making your way through along this trail. When you hear the sounds of conflict, there's like shouting, clanging of steel. There's the unmistakable sound of a woman screaming, just this piercing, high-pitched scream.
I should really travel with my with my masterwork breastplate on. I think we'll down our mutagen and then move forward cautiously to see what's going on.
Okay.
We'll drop the actually no, we won't. We'll drop the cord of wood that I'm carrying and some of the extra supplies just so I'm not encumbered. I'm gonna take a quick bio break while you're setting this up. Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, here, tool, force players to current map. I'm assuming it's loading.
the tengu fight felt like the Conan starting out attacked by wolves. Like it felt like that sort of first trial, the first thing to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
All right.
A bunch of assholes attacking a village. Is that what's going on?
There is a so you down your mutagen and run towards the noise.
Yep.
You basically get your way along this this clearing, and there is. I'm just gonna kind of go like this, and I will go like this to represent the path. Oh, you gotta be pooping me.
How long does it take to put on armor?
There's rules for that.
I think too long is what. Don hastily 1 minute. What does hastily do?
Don hastily divides by, or Don hastily.
Armor check penalty and armor bonus for hastily done armor are 1 point
reduced by
worse.
1. Yeah.
Okay, I think once he sees that there's conflict, he's gonna back off and put on his armor.
Okay. Yeah, you see that there are groups of men fighting in kind of a rice paddy. There's some people who are screaming, and there's all sorts of shouting. It looks like there's two sides going at it.
Yeah. We'll hold off on the mutagen then if we're gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
Until it only lasts 10 minutes. So move forward, see what's going on. Then it's don armor hastily. Spend a minute just slapping the armor on.
Okay.
Straps all undone, the helmet kind of off. You know, like no chin strap on the helmet.
Okay.
And then we'll drink the mutagen and then approach.
All right, I'm going to roll some dice for Kubo's Warriors and the Mad Jacks. All right, Kubo's Warriors. Hey, Fox, how you doing? We're having fun. We're having fun in the Iron Kingdoms. All right, Kubo's Warriors get a 10. The Mad Jacks get a 7. All right, so the Kubo's Warriors have made some gains in this skirmish. Wounded a man.
Oh, there's blues versus the reds.
Yes, because
I thought it was this whole group attacking some villagers. I'm like, oh, I know which side I'm going on now. Oh, blues versus reds. Okay.
Well, it seems like, and give me a sense motive or a BAB check.
Yeah. BAB would be 3. 8.
You're not certain who are the defenders of the village. No one is obviously defending the village, and there's some like non-warriors that have been like cut down in the middle of this fray.
All right. One-eyed Jack named Kubo. And where's the other leader?
Man with no pants.
No pants, Jack. His name's actually Jack. It is Jack. No pants, Jack. How do we decide? What are the villagers doing?
Screaming and hiding.
Okay. He's gonna approach from the village. Like he's gonna not avoid the fray. He's gonna go into the village, basically.
Okay. There's a couple of men on the edge of the village that look. That was loud. Just so happened to be near the microphone when it. I'm like, oh shit!
Sorry.
Duck.
Somebody had a gun.
All right.
It's angry MSR.
it's very angry. All right. There's a kind of a slightly older man. He does have a look like he works rather hard. Who sees you approaching. He does have he has like he's managing some like sacks of grain. What would be the it's just before winter, so these would be like winter stores. It looks like he's trying to get a bunch of sacks of grain in a row.
Who are the aggressors here? Who is attacking?
Take your fill, bandit.
I'm no bandit. Which side is attacking?
They are fighting for control. Whoever wins, they.
He points to the oldest man. And which one will do the best by the villagers? Tell me now and I'll slaughter the rest.
The madman Jack is anyone but Kurabu.
He points at there's a dude out there with an absolutely massive club.
Yep.
He's scared of that man more than anybody else.
Perfect. Black Dog gives the old man like a bow, like as if he just received a command.
I didn't say anything.
He's basically there's several men pulling together rice. There's some women crying. There's obvious disdain. There's somebody going, "We won't have enough for the winter." Like there's a bunch of chaos happening on the other side. All right. The fight in the rice paddy. The rice paddy is difficult terrain, as it's this big fight in knee-deep mud. There's a massive brawl. They've got there's swords and clubs and spears. As it looks like two forces are fighting against one another. You can give me another BAB check because you're a little bit closer and you've been given some more information. 8. They're skinny. they're pretty much everybody except this Kurabu fella is pretty skinny.
Kurabu's gonna get it.
All right.
So we're 30 feet away from Kurabu in difficult terrain.
All right, we are going to. You are 30 feet away from Kurabu in difficult terrain. I'm going to do one more for like the conversation. We'll do one more check. So Kubo's Warriors 14, and the Jakku's Mad Jacks 18. Oh, they're getting back in her. They're moving forward. Apparently stepping on this poor villager woman who may or may not be drowning in a rice paddy. There's this massive melee of swords and screaming and chaos. There's a dude out there with he thinks he's big with his, oh, look at my club. All right. I think we'll use the initiative sheet for this one just because I don't feel like making mistakes today. All right. We have...
Here, I'll clear the last one.
Tea Lady! Oh, I miss Tea Lady. All right. So we've got the Mad Jacks and Kubo's Warriors. And I think we might give Kurabo his own pip. All right, the Mad Jacks have +3, Kubo's Warriors have +3, and Kurabu has plus. They're all +3. I could have.
We'll go 40, 20.
Sorry, the villagers, if they do anything, they're just going last. They are going at the one. Huh. Yeah, you just like watching, don't you?
Well, he's kind of off to the side, late to the battle.
He's gonna go
He took
after
a minute to put his armor on hastily.
Okay, I'm going to roll a check to see if Kurabo has decided that you have challenged him in a way that he gives a damn. Okay, he's... Have you drawn your sword yet, or no?
No, because
Yeah, Jitsu's.
Jitsu's.
Okay, you see Kurabu drink something,
Okay.
and he's sloshing forward. Then we have Kubo's Warriors. The Kubo's Warriors are basically, it's the Kubo's Warriors, the Magiacs. They've got the edge here. Kubo's Warriors roll, the Magiacs roll. Okay. There's a bit of a piling in, piling on. This bandit gets his head crushed or drowned in the muck. There's some javelins being flung, and the grand melee is beginning. State incapacitated. Just a mess. Jakku, you see him. He's got a very nice blade for a medium-sized creature. As he hops rather deathfully through the muddy terrain, you suspect he might have picked this environment for the fight, as looks like he's very adept at running through the waters. As he is coming forward
Favorite terrain, rice paddy.
It's basically swamps.
That's cool. Yeah.
All right.
What is Kubo wielding?
Kubo seems to be more talky from the back. He's directing. He does have a curved blade, effectively a scimitar. And then you suspect he might have his other hand, where he on the other side of his body, he has a series of like black powder weapons. He hasn't fired them yet.
Yeah, well, he's not gonna get a chance.
All right, that is the Kubo's Warriors and the Mad Jacks. Black Dog.
It's like 2 moves to get out there. I certainly do need quick draw. Right. Yeah, I think he's gonna double move out to this guy.
Okay.
Surrender.
He's... I've never seen you working for the Mad Jacks. Join Kubo's Warriors. You'll be fed well for the winter.
Okay, he's getting a punch to the face.
he's trying to bribe you. He's tried food. He'll try women next. Need alcohol? What do you want? Drugs? Come on, we got drugs.
No, he's getting a rage-filled unarmed strike to the
Join
beginning.
us, the shit heels.
Oh, AC 13.
You're big, but come on now.
Stumbling in the swamp a little bit. That's all right.
All right. Now the thing about the swamp is he can't just 5 foot step back.
Oh.
But you missed. You suck. So he's not afraid of you. You don't even have a weapon. You're just carrying a picnic table.
I'm carrying a picnic table. I have a bunch of shields and weapons on my back, just none of them are out.
The villagers. There's the requisite screaming and something about we'll never make it for winter. And there's crying and there's a quiet. There's one guy, quiet woman. Like there's some misogyny happening in the background. Kurabo. All right. You're ineffectively attacking my boss. Okay, this large man with a very large beating stick moves over and is going to attempt to club Black Dog.
Okay.
He will. Give me a second. So at this distance, you can see that he is a half giant. You think he has a mask that's covering his facial features, but you're thinking he's not. The proportions suggest he's not a charisma half giant like yourself.
Sure.
Okay.
You picked the wrong side, brother.
Smash!
You try.
Okay. He will. All right. Plus strength plus Bab plus his mutagen, which is making him even stupider. Plus 1 for the weapon. Oh god. -1 for power attack. Oh god. You see 14?
No.
Woo! Okay. He will swing again. So that was a total of plus 11, so plus 6. AC 8. There's big splashes as this massive club that, you know, hey, that would fit your hands pretty well, is just making the most massive of waves. You don't have knowledge of nature, do you?
Nope.
You know that one of your siblings, give me a second, because we're going to use names for things. You know that Uma would be able to, was more knowledgeable of this sort of thing.
Yep.
Would be able to tell you what his giant lineage would have been. They're suspecting Hill. All right. So, that is Kubaru not blasting you into another dimension. Kubo's warriors and the Mad Jacks are duking it out. Kubo's warriors, Mad Jacks. Oh, with this distraction, it is not great. They are pushing forward.
Your lines are faltering. Surrender.
There's just the pushing of the forward. Jakku here is currently, you see him stabbing, thrusting very effectively. He spends an extra action to kill the man who's down. He might not be a nice man. You ask who's the lesser of the evils. Okay. And then Kubo. You stupid bastard. Do you want money? Women? Wine? Come on, what drives you?
Blood.
Blood. We got blood. Plenty of blood to go around. Get him! He's basically part of the reason why that was such a bad round for his men is he told them to turn around. He's calling for support. All right. So he draws. The draw is very quick.
Okay.
And he's pointing a weapon in your face. He will then do a quick head fake. As he is attempting to trick you. So he does this little head bob as he's pulling out his weapon real quick. Trying to get you to look the wrong way. It would be It's a bluff of 14. I missed the +2.
Yeah, I think I'm bluffed. It's 10 plus Bab plus Wisdom.
It's 10 plus Bab plus Wisdom or your sense motive.
13.
13. Okay. Do you have combat reflexes?
I have Uncanny Dodge. I don't have combat reflexes, no.
Okay, so I think you're rendered flat-footed, because he is then shoosting you in the face. Because it declares you flat-footed. The feint. All right, but he's using the 3-action system to his advantage. No, there we go. And he is letting rip. Now, what is the damage on one of these things?
For a pistol?
No, it's a. It'd be effectively a pistol. I'm looking for the normal weapon sheet doesn't have the bloody pistol in it.
No, there's a firearms table that is separate.
That doesn't search properly.
A early firearms pistol does D8 medium.
Okay, cool. All right, it is a early firearms pistol, and it has a misfire chance and everything. Okay, so he is attacking you. It is a touch attack at this range.
Does he have the feats that may... Oh, he flat-footed me. Okay.
Yep.
Bastard.
Okay. All right. Basically trying to shoot your face off. Touch AC 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, ah, bang!
I get shot.
You get shot in the face region by Kubo. He rolls minimum damage, 4 damage from the you get powder burns in your face.
Okay. I'm chewing on the shot. He just spits out all the shot that's in his face.
Kubo has a surprised look on his face. You see him moving his head towards the iPad.
He like lets up his exhausted thing, and there's like smoke from the gun coming out of his cheek, spitting out the shot.
Kubo looks surprised that was the outcome. He was expecting your head to be removed from your shoulders. Black Dog.
Okay.
He didn't have the feats to do that as a move action. It was a complex action to do the feint.
Okay. As a single action, I'm going to draw Cutter, which is my one-handed Masterwork Longsword, along with my Masterwork Tower Shield.
Okay, you're going in for the slog.
And then we're going to attack Kubo, because he's the leader.
Okay.
I really want to attack the half giant. Let's do the half giant. He's more of the threat at this point in time. -2 for the tower shield. AC 22.
Yeah, you hit the giant.
2d6 plus. This is single-handed. $19 damage.
Okay, he chooses to take a dint on his armor, and will take the rest. So, wait 1 second. I think his armor has. Don't have these memorized yet. It's hardness 10. His lamellar armor. Okay, so 9 damage, 1 dent.
Okay, second attack, AC 23.
Yeah, no dents left.
Takes another 21 damage. Submit!
Oh, that's a problem. He's still awake. He's still up. He's still swinging a giant club around, but he's
Black Dog's yelling submit. Like, he's willing to... He doesn't quite know who these people are, so he's willing to take prisoners at this point.
Give me a charisma check.
Sure.
Just as a free action for...
Yeah, I might not have been that great when I came out there for a punch, but Black Dog with weapons in his hands is pretty...
Oh, God.
22.
22? Oh, that's pretty good. All right. Okay, so the villagers. There's they're still screaming and mewling and just terrible noises coming from the village. Kurabu. Kurabu is
I could send you to an arm.
lowering his club
Okay.
and trying to move away from the battle.
Black Dog doesn't take an AO.
Okay.
There was a flinch to let him know that he could have, but then he turns to face Kubo.
Okay. Kurabu drinks a thing over there. He's absolutely shit kicked.
Now the man
You
with
get
no,
back here!
the man with no honor using guns. Oh, he may not get the same. The same.
He did the
treatment.
hand slappy thing.
Yeah, no.
How dare you hand slappy me?
Nope.
All right. Okay. Kubo's Warriors and the Mad Jacks. Kubo's Warriors. They now have a penalty, as they are definitely not winning this fight. Ones aren't good. Mad Jacks. They are basically moving away with this. We're going to incapacitate. This man is actually breaking ranks and trying to run away. This man here, what color are you? You are blue. All right, you are incapacitated. This man is trying to flee. The Mad Jacks are taking this one for sure. Basically, you got Kubo's got these two bandits are going to actually come to Black Dog to Kubo's defense.
Yep.
And they're going to attempt to. One is trying to stab Black Dog with a short spear. The other is swinging at him with a war pick. The short spear plus
8, 27, hastily is 26, raging.
23.
AC 24 with all the penalties. So 19 in his armor, 21 with mutagen, plus 6 from the tower shield is 27. Hastily drops that by 1, and then raging drops it by 2, so 24.
Okay.
He's encountering a tower shield.
Okay. All right. The war pick coming in from the other side. AC 14.
No.
All right. Kubo is.
Go on, reload your gun.
I give up. He's moving over to his eye patch and is moving it in a way, I guess. Does this provoke? Give me a sense motive. He's trying to basically sleight of hand something. Perception or sense motive, your choice.
19 on the perception.
Okay. He is taking off his eye patch. This provokes an AOO if you'd like to take it.
Yeah, he's getting...
You don't know anything other than he's taking off a thing.
He is a tricky man. He's got a gun inside his eye socket. AC 28.
Okay. That hits.
Okay, the oversized longsword comes hammering down for 21 damage.
Okay. Okay. He is going to block 9 of that. So he takes 12 damage. He doesn't like it. He flips his eye patch open. He flips his eye patch up. As it flips up, there's a gemstone on the other side of the patch that is flashing in your face. Give me a will save.
Is this a fear-based effect?
It is not a fear-based effect.
Okay. Let me check Blood Rage. Does this give me a bonus? Come on, Blood Rage. Oh, I didn't write it down. Okay. Blood Rage. Does give a morale bonus on saving throws. All right. You found my weakness here. 9.
Okay, there's this swirl of intoxicating colors and darkness from the patch, and you're distracted for the round. So you've been dazed.
Dazed is no actions, right? But you can defend yourself? Okay.
You still have your AC.
Ah! Foul sorcery!
He drops the gun he had in his hand. He quick draws out another one. He pushes it. He's trying to line it up to your face and pull the trigger.
All right, but well, my touch AC is...
It's your yeah. Touch lots. 7 damage this time.
Okay, I will use my reaction to absorb it with my armor.
Let's just read days real quick to see if you can
Have reactions?
Well, because
Yeah, because take no actions might not be able to...
yeah, it says days normally says take no actions. So
Okay.
I
take the 7 damage.
all right. So you got a thick skull. Ooh, that skull's thick.
Waving at the lights.
Kubo, you bastard, get in here and finish him. Or Karabu, you bastard, get in here and finish him. You big, stupid, giant prick. All right. So, you spend your round dazed, because that's always the funnest. The villagers scream and squawk. Karabu, he's being berated. We're going to do an opposed charisma check between Black Dog and Kubo.
Do I get to keep the roll that sent him?
Yeah, you get a new roll. You're busy not talking.
11.
All right, if you've done screwed him over, he moves behind you,
Come back and break your leg.
AC 14.
No, apparently I'm taking you all down.
AC 24.
Is my AC?
Sorry, AC 16 and AC 26.
Okay, that 2 hit. No, sorry, 1 hit. 16.
Okay. All right. So he does 2d8 plus 9 plus 3 plus 3. Boom! 30 damage.
2d8. What's he using?
He's using a great club, but he's a half giant.
Oh God.
He's using a what?
30 damage. Okay, so that knocks me out if I don't do something, but I can't. Oh, I'm no longer dazed.
You spent your round dazed.
I think I'm boned either way. Give me a second. My armor has a hardness of 11, and my tower shield has a hardness 11. Okay, so the tower shield I will block with for 11 less damage, which is 19, putting me at 30 damage. Still good, still good.
Okay. All right. We are then going to go to the next pip. Kubo's warriors. They're going to. They don't have flanks, but they're going to attack. The two that are facing you.
Mm-hmm.
The rest are fleeing and sort of getting the cavalry's coming from behind. AC 9 and AC 23.
23 is a miss.
You took a dent.
Oh, I did take a dent, so 23 is a hit.
Okay. 7 damage.
I have 2 of my regular hit points left before rage hit points.
Okay. Kubo is going to. He'll attempt to feint you again. I'm just going to read bluff because I think. I think the DC goes up. Because it says, I think it's when you re-bluff against someone. Here, let's just check this. If you fail by 5 or more, I think you can feint multiple times. He mostly wants you to be not hitting him with the sword or does he just shoot you? Maybe he just shoots you. You're very stabby. You're so stabby. He's going to attempt to feint you.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, he's tricky. Black Dog is receiving the lesson in it's good to be tricky and stealthy. And, yeah.
Okay. He feints you, and then shoots you. You are not immune to sneak attack, I assume.
I have uncanny dodge as a.
You are flanked.
Yeah.
Okay. Puts the bullet against your head. Puts this barrel. He finally sort of times it for your duck and weave, and shoots you in the facial region for 14.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm not dead, but it's close. I don't have any reactions left, right? Because I just blocked Kurabu's.
Yes.
So I take the 14, which is 51 damage. I fall out of rage. 51 minus. What's my total? 39 is minus 12. Black Dog is out, and 4 hit points from death.
Give me a fortitude save.
Before or after rage went down?
Before range went down.
Nat 1.
Nat 1. the last thing you heard from Kubu's voice was ordering Karabu to fuck him up. That stupid giant asshole. And this massive popping sensation in your leg, intense pain, and you pass out.
Oh, that's how my leg got broken. Fuck it off, giant. Yeah, this is Black Dog. He probably had a lot of one-on-one fights, and then winning against the Kenku gave him a little bit of false sense of ability. Yeah, we're a couple of die rolls away from that fight going really well for him. But yeah.
Give me a. I've already given you a fortitude save. Give me one more fort save. This time, not raging.
11.
11. When you regained consciousness, like started fading in and out of consciousness, you were in chains. You were as cargo. You were malnourished. There was a smell from your leg. You just had this solace that your vengeance was near. You knew that you were being carried on a litter of your temple sword. Basically, your temple sword was used as a litter to carry your body as you were being bought and sold as an impressive torso.
Oh, he's gonna go. Black Dog's not gonna take this defeat well.
Hida, you, through the shenaniganry at the performance house, in your being captured, you became one of the bearers of this half giant on a strangely constructed litter that kind of looked like a sword. You knew he was maimed, and there was this statement that you heard that you were told as bearing him, or the owners of him, was that he's angry and violent, and it's best just to leave him maimed until needed, was this phrasing that you heard amongst the different slavers.
Lee's been trying to treat him because he doesn't think that an injured animal, of course, is going to act
Untoward.
untowards. Exactly.
Right. Lee, you bore Black Dog for about 2 weeks before you ended up being a part of this ship, part of this crew. When you first got him, Black Dog was feverish as his femur was shattered, which is, there's a lot of save versus death involved in that healing process, especially when left untreated. And you bore him to what is now the Promise.
There we go. Eventually your leg will heal.
Go to the Promise map. Lee Hida is currently only aware of simple things, and you know that Lee Hida knows Black Dog has nightmares, and he typically says, he talks about a num, and he talks about his sword. Every once in a while, there's some mad sputterings that...
Well, they speak giant. They're both half giants, even though he's more half giant ogre kin.
Yep.
And they both worship the same god. So there's immediate kinship or care, at least from Lee Hida. Like, he's been looking after Black Dog.
All right. At this point, we would go to Ganzorig, but the timing is tight, and I'm getting texts because my wife needs to compete in the morning. So I'm thinking we should wrap it up rather than get 30 minutes into the next one.
Okay, what is the name of tonight's game?
The name of tonight's game.
As is tradition, we name our games after we play because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Forbidden Pass, Solo Adventures, One Man Army.
One man army.
The biggest lesson you learned here is, why don't we have friends? Why don't we have friends?
No, anger isn't going to win him anything. Like just charging in.
Yep, just brute force.
3
face.
Kenku stealthily. Yep.
3 Kenku with surprise. Walking into 2 dueling forces, going, "Hey, fuck you."
It almost worked. They were like one crit away from that actually working, but
Yep.
yeah. Picking on the biggest thing might not be the best. The best strategy.
Prison rules. Look at the big guy.
Yep. And when the big guy went into the army, I'm like, "Oh, I'll get their leader and end this in one cut." No.
And then you roll 3 because, as is tradition, it could because the leader could not take those sorts of 40 damage in a swings.
One man army is good. We'll leave it at that. For those watching on YouTube, which is where this video will appear, thanks for your support. For those hanging out on the channel with us tonight, it was good seeing you folks here. And as always, we hope you enjoy this as much as we do. Peace. Have a good night.
GG.